Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Thank you. Now enjoy the show.
What it do, people? What it do? Thanks for tuning in. Another episode. Hey, what's up? I'm about to sit up here and chit about the Salt Lake City Real Housewives of Bravo, Season 3, Episode 8. Child Heather is running scared. She don't want no smoke, but she keep going into the fire. We gonna need Heather to get her ish together. That's all I'm saying, because I'm seeing a little, wishy-washy from her. I don't know, child. But here we go. Lisa's trying to be more religious. I wonder why. All that shit she doing. Child, her little lying self. Yeah, so she's trying to be all more, a little more religious, trying to get her son to be more religious so he don't go off the beaten path like she did. That first son, he a little, something. I don't know. It's just about the mouths of kids that shouldn't say certain things. So it ain't like stifling their voice, but their voice shouldn't come off, disrespectful and mannish, meaning too grown, too big for their britches. Because we ain't trying to not let them know that they can, have a conversation. Like I said, it's all about how you say it and what you say as a kid. We need to make sure, because I don't know. I wasn't brought up like that. I wasn't brought up like that. And I didn't bring up mine like that no, ma'am. But anywho, I'm glad maybe that's why she's trying to stick the Lord and a little bit more in her family's life, child. Yeah, she probably see what I see. Oh, and they just using all these other words in lieu of cuss words. You cussing just because you put sheep in place of sugar honey iced tea don't mean you ain't cussing. It's in your mind. The whole thing is for it not to be in your mind, because when it's in your mind, you're gonna say it. We got to keep your pure mind pure as a kid. Or it could be all that fast food, because they ain't nothing but the devil no way. Anywho, so we have Lisa. What's her name? Jennifer Shaw, the one that pled guilty, the one who told everybody now that she innocent, but she pled guilty. I don't know about that. If you innocent, you innocent. I'll be dipped and damned if I plead to something I didn't do. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't care what evidence they got. I don't care what evidence they got. If I didn't do it, I didn't do it. Period. So anyway, Lisa and Jennifer Shaw, the one who pled guilty, and Whitney go skiing, and they discussing all kind of stuff. And here they go talking about Heather. It seemed like Heather dissed them all. Now, Lisa and Heather, that's one thing. Because Lisa, what she did, now, first of all, Lisa cannot post my father's obituary so that she is proving herself right for the world to see when the issue is between us. That's something you can't do. So I'm with Heather on that. How dare you post my father's obituary just to prove a point? And then you want to ask, does she like you? Hell no. She didn't say yes. She did not say yes. So what, girl? See, Heather better than me, because you are see that disrespect. We can move on from Huntsville. Now we talking about Salt Lake, child. Yeah, but they seem like Heather is being dismissive and fake, and I agree. Heather really needs to get her ish together and let these heifers know how she really feels. But I think Heather don't want to come off as as what she does not want to portray. She has a business and she's trying to keep it as cool as she can. But if she keep putting her hands on Whitney, it's gonna be a problem. Whitney was like, she physically put me out of her house. You know, all this physicality these women are doing. Yeah, it's gonna bite them in the butt. You know, they can argue, fuss, and fight without physicality. Drinks too, because again, like on Potomac, you cannot throw a drink on me and don't think a hand is coming, because all you did was hit me with water or whatever was in the drink. Hello, all you did was extend your fist as liquid. I ain't kidding and I ain't lying. Try me if you want to. It'll be a misunderstanding with me. I don't play that mess. See, they know who to go to, because Mia, I would have been aiming, AIM, but her name would have been backwards. It would have been AIM, throwing drinks on me. Girl, bye. And a purse and a phone? Oh, you that means you want me to keep whatever's in here. So girl, bye with all that. I don't play that mess. And I will not be discussing where I work and all that stuff on TV. Child, shoot, by then, my work will be finished. So, anywho, like I was saying, so now we have Coach Shaw has a barbecue, child, and he invited the fellas over. And they having a good old time with the barbecue, like just like Mel. He has a chef over there cooking. I think Miss Essie's Kitchen or whatever was over there. And yeah, so they having a good old time, and John and Seth make up, but not really. You know, they had a talk because Seth is trying to get John to see how wrong his wife was, but then John is trying to get Seth to see how wrong his wife was, according to his wife. But we all know Lisa be lying. And then we find out later that Meredith was like, no, I did not say that. That's something Whitney said. No, I did not say that. That was not me. No, Lisa's lying. And Seth was just letting her know how the conversation went. And Meredith was going off in the car, child. But yeah. So anyway, they came back in after talking outside at the Shaw's new digs, child. All this. And so again, you know how guys do. They don't want no smoke with each other, but John is just very, very vanilla with all of this, right? He is real vanilla with all of this. And so, you know, Coach cries about it all when it's his turn to divulge what's going on. But, you know, he just trying to keep it together for his family and make the best. I mean, what can you do when the federales is on that ass, baby? You can't do nothing. They got all this evidence. Everybody turned against you. Even your ace, boom, coop, then turned against you. Child, I guess it's only a matter of time. It's only because I think by the time we're watching now, everybody then turned against her. Everybody then pretty much got their sentence but her. Child. Anyway, so next we got Meredith and her sister and nephew. I ain't getting too much into that because that's some family mess with the kid, and I don't like discussing kids, you know, issues, but he got some issues, and we just gonna move on from him. And Meredith, you know, just wants to set the record straight that Whitney accused Lisa, not her. And she was telling Seth that for real, but you know, she's just Meredith is just trying to go with the flow. It seemed like she's trying to adapt to this reality world and the mess without being, you know, trifling messy. She was a little messy, you know, discussing Lisa and, you know, in that manner, but at the same time, she and her, you know, she just wants to just coexist and have a good time. So her and her sister was eating this nasty looking salad, child. I don't know what was all that. That didn't look right. But anyway, big ups to her sister and her nephew. I hope y'all have a better life moving forward. Girl, choir rehearsal. Like I mentioned before, when when Lisa was talking to Heather about, do you like me or not? Heather was just looking like, oh, I don't think so. Heather was just like, listen, you can't, like I said, you can't put my father's obituary for the world to see to prove your point that you are not what I think or say you are. How do we move forward from that? It's pretty much what Heather was trying to get her to understand. I don't blame her. And Jen is mad at Dana for calling her a bully, that her homegirl B Angie B. I just want to get loose. Remember that? Remember B Angie B? Child. Well, her sultry self. I wonder what she's doing now. Anyway, so Jen is mad at Dana for calling her, you know, saying that she got bully tactics and all this, that, and the third. But you know, I'm like, she don't see that. They've been talking about her bully tactics since season 1. All this yelling and screaming like a Tasmanian devil. Child, if you don't. So yeah, they having a good time in the water, and then Jen and B Angie B decide to have a little getaway. She can't leave the country, so they're gonna go to San Diego to B Angie B's homegirl's house and have a good time. So Jen said, "Oh, let's call Meredith." Just so happens Dana's there shooting the shit with Meredith, and then Meredith shows them, "Oh, look who's here!" And then Jen was like, "Good feelings gone, good feelings gone, good feelings gone." And then said, "Well, I would invite you, Dana, but I heard you was talking shit about me." Whoop, 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 whoop. And there's that Tasmanian devil again. And no, it's not stress from all this mess you put on these old folks and telemarketing schemes. Nah, that's you. You've been doing this since season 1. Thank you very much. Don't be trying to project or lie. Again, you lying about where you getting your anger from. So yeah, she just blows them off and storms out of the water and leaves B Angie B in the pool by herself. And B Angie B is like, dang, we got to go through this again. I'm sick of this mess. Child, Lisa is just imposing her conversation on Heather at this choir rehearsal. Child, I'm like, y'all supposed to be rehearsing now. Okay, I have been in church choir 2 times in my life, right? Once as a kid and once as a grown ass woman. Yeah, I got a little pipe. I got a good 3 notes. I'm good at. You can't mess with me on these 3 notes. You just can't mess with me. But a whole song, girl, I don't know. But I understand now. In both of my choir rehearsal eras, the choir directress, both of them didn't play. As a kid, if it ain't your time to sing, you sit there and be quiet. You can go to the bathroom, and you have to get permission to go to the bathroom as a kid. But as a grown woman, you know, you just wait until ain't nobody sing. Don't get up while another section is practicing, because that's distracting. And here, Heather and Lisa's having a full-blown conversation, argument during choir rehearsal. Now, the camera kept panning to the one woman in a blue shirt. Ooh, her notes are so far up in the air. You can see every nasal sinus and she kept looking at them like, if y'all don't shut up while we are singing. You can tell she's a staunch Republican. She was just looking like, here we go with this. Now you want to interrupt the Lord. Y'all need to take this sinning, this sin outside and conversate. But yeah, I'm like, how are they just interrupting choir? I'm looking at amazement that they are just interrupting choir rehearsal. Not the fact that they are arguing and going back and forth in the Lord's. Was they in the Lord's house? Where were they? Well, it's the proverbial church, iglesia, whatever you want to call it. They are rehearsing hymns and they are arguing about whether or not Lisa is light and is wrong or not. Girl, I'm with the girl. I'm with the woman in the blue shirt. How dare you? Yeah, she kept looking at them like, if y'all don't shut up, if y'all don't stop this mess. Anywho, what else was going on? Yeah, the perfect point about the empath. Lisa crying last year. I'm an empath. I can't believe it. If you're an empath, then you would know how Heather feels. No, you would empathize. Hello, empath, empathize with how Heather is feeling about you using her father's obituary to prove a point. And why are they messing with folks' dead relatives? The other season, it was Meredith's father. Now it's Heather's father. Child, listen, they're better than me because I would have put a stop to that. When I saw that post, I would have made sure she took it down. I know that for doggone sure. It would not be up any longer than that moment. So all that mess, they just let too much go. That's the problem. They don't put their feet down, even if it is on their face. Put your feet down. Stop letting stuff slide and blow up. And ain't nothing gonna blow over but snow. Up there in Salt Lake City, child. Ain't nothing gonna blow over but snow. But yeah, what's going on? Whitney. Oh yeah, so Lisa wants to try and get Heather, to back down. So she invites Whitney over. And then a whole other issue. Whitney's issue with Heather explodes at choir rehearsal, child. Well, at that time, they pretty much was on a little break. But yeah, they just going back and forth and back during choir rehearsal. That would have never flown with during my eras at choir rehearsal. Not one time would that happen. That has never happened as I think about it. The only disruption was when that woman came to choir rehearsal drunk and high. Child. I ain't trying to talk about nobody's struggles with substance abuse and all that and mental issues, because it's nothing to really joke about or publicized. But that one time everybody was looking like, no, she ain't coming up to this choir stand. And now we in the church. It wasn't no hall or nothing being rented out for TV. Child. Now listen, we have smelled marijuana in the choir stand. We have smelled alcohol in the choir stand, and announcements was made. But that time, yeah, that was a true struggle that the whole church knew about. I hope she's doing all right now, because I ain't seen her in months of Sunday, in years actually. But anywho, yeah. Other than that disruption, we ain't ever had a the tongue-tied tongue. We ain't never had a disruption at choir rehearsal to where this mess was going on, child. What else is on my notes? Jen and Angie, child, they just doing the most. They are doing the most. I think that's about it with Salt Lake City, child. 20 minutes in, child. That's it. Yeah, that was it for Salt Lake. I appreciate you for tuning in. I really do. And if you can like, comment, subscribe, and share, tell folks what's going on over here. I appreciate it. You can catch me on IG at All Day Ray Ray. That's what my name is right there on the screen. And then I'll catch you guys over there or I'll catch you here. Either way, you're going to catch me. Now, catch this outro.